Welcome back.
I'm Jocelyn.
I'm Kaden.
And we are Best of Kin. We gotta add maybe a jingle into our intro outro that has to do with like the name. I feel like because to be honest, full transparency here, that was a copyright free music that I found that we made our intro outro, but it would be fun to actually produce like a custom one. Like,
speaking of copyright, our last two were flagged for it, but it showed that the artist allows that to be played on YouTube.
Whoa, thank God.
I know. It's crazy. It legit showed timestamps, like
it is so well, it's
played.
AI, I'm sure now.
It's way
to
too
point
advanced.
that stuff out. Yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, I think maybe something that rides out in the intro.
Maybe just some sort of like.
Well, no, like it's like when we say best of Kin. Oh, but like it's something that's like underneath, you know?
Well, yeah. Like a jingle, I feel like you and I just need to like be in it more, so it's like more personable, like the intro outro. But we'll see, because maybe within every single episode we don't have to be like, welcome back. I'm so like, maybe that's in the intro, so by the time we get to us, we're like, we're starting.
So the welcome back would be the same one every single time.
That's the other thing too. Like maybe that would be like repetitive, but maybe people like when we mix it up. We'll have to ask. What do you think? It's so funny because I'm always like, we'll poll.
I know.
It's like the worst format to get engagement is like a podcast. Like we're literally speaking out into just the airwaves and no one can talk back. Like I need to stop asking people their opinions.
That's fair. I would think at least some comment or something.
Well, maybe this is my fault for not adding the polls like to the Spotify episodes. Like you can poll. Like maybe I should be doing that in the episodes. I forgot about that. I know. That's like one more step. There's already so many steps to take to even get these out. So
there is.
I am fried mentally.
In a good way,
physically, in a good way. Okay. I'm just going to do a mini life update with no details.
You can give some, no?
Okay. This is what I can say. It's St. Patrick's Day is what, Saturday? Right around the corner. Sunday.
2 days.
This has quite literally been. And now nothing is panned out. So I'm talking a little ahead of myself here, but this has truly been one of the luckiest months of my entire life. And I'm literally getting heart palpitations just thinking about all the things going on. And if everything pans out the way that I hope that it does with all of these kind of things that have sort of fallen into my lap in the last 2 weeks, if everything pans out, literally my life will never be the same. Like,
so
I will be catapulted into just a completely alternate high reality that I quite literally never even dreamed big enough to see for myself. That's how big it is. Okay?
It's big.
It has to do with work. What I can say, I haven't even talked about this new business that I started just a month ago. So let me just really fast, just because I feel like I'm going to be talking about it a lot more now that it's become more prevalent in my life. So last summer, I started a business. Well, I just started thinking about this new business called Type and Trim. Previously, I had been doing brand photography, brand design, marketing consulting. And then we kind of pivoted towards the end of last year as, of course, we were planning our own wedding. I feel like this always happens when people are planning their own weddings. They're like, oh, I want to be a wedding planner. You know what I mean? Like that always is a catalyst for some sort of new career. I actually personally know 3 people that started wedding businesses after their own wedding.
Stressful.
But it's true. If you like planning, if you're an organizer, if you're a little bit type A, if you're a little crazy like me.
Putting up, like you have to have a good reputation.
Sure. So that's the thing. I feel like I wasn't starting from absolute zero. Like I had been running a business for years. I was sort of in a transition. I decided to kind of change it up. We decided to focus more on the event and the wedding industry with our like creative direction, design, art direction, just all the things that we were offering brands before. And I launched, my website's not even up yet. I launched the Instagram February 5th, a couple days before our wedding. And then we got married. And then ever since like March turned around, people have been coming to me. Like I have not had to like pitch for opportunities. Like every single thing that I've gotten so far with it, they've come to me. And it's like building in like, what is the word? Like each inquiry that I've been getting is like bigger and bigger and bigger than the last one. And then I just recently got like the biggest one I've ever gotten in my life. And if I do get this, if I sign a contract, I'm literally like, I'm not okay. If
Slow
I get
climb
this
uphill.
contract, I'm not kidding. My life will never be the same, which is kind of scary. Like, my life will never be the same. Everything will change. Everything.
You could be a lot busier, that's for sure.
I'll be a lot busier. I'll have to hire. It's going to be a whole thing. So, really exciting. And again, it's like something is in the motherfucking air. Like, it's St. Patrick's Day. I'm feeling like
Spring
the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And I've been like chasing the rainbow for a decade. You know what I mean? Like, I've been like working, trying to get closer. Eating those goddamn marshmallows that are giving me cancer. No. I mean, probably those things are like styrofoam.
Yeah.
Little styrofoam. But do you remember just eating the marshmallows? Yeah. Just wanting them?
Yeah.
And then you'd be left with the like gross. I remember Jordan would literally just do a bowl full of marshmallows and just leave the crap for the young kids.
Yeah. He would take
those marshmallows they're dehydrated too. Yeah, I'd be like,
who the fuck took all the
marshmallows? Who took 4 kids, one box? Like, come on.
Got to the end, yeah, it's just the fucking
what is that? Rice. But it's also like
like
frosted with sugar. Like, it's like sugar coated.
All of it? Yeah.
Rice.
I can literally taste the milk right now.
I can, yeah.
Just so
the
much
cardboardy,
sugar.
The cardboardy cereal. It's so cardboardy.
So much sugar.
Yeah. No, but not the sugar on the sugar. We had like a sugar like canister for cereal.
Yeah.
It'd be like, oh, this is Wheaties. This doesn't have sugar on it. Better make
Wheaties
it.
Or
better make
I think I would do it Frosted Flakes sometime.
Whoa. Too frosted to handle. Anyway, so just a real recap. Basically, what we were pursuing was like the wedding and event industry. And then like the inquiry I just got completely blew my mind and like opened my mind up to an entire other side of industry that I could tackle with this business. That now that is going to be my full-time job. And I'm going to have to hire a team to take over with the wedding side.
No one knows about this, but
nobody knows. I've told one person, and like mom and like you and Logan and Joe. Okay. Joe's the one person.
Oh, okay.
Because Joe's like, we're closely connected to these worlds, you know, like
excited.
He was shook. He was like, you just pretty much like hit the jackpot there, sis. That's like, but that's the thing. I'm so hesitant to even like continue and like say anything else because I don't want, not that I don't want to jinx it, because I do genuinely believe like what is meant for me will be for me. And like, I'm not going to miss it because I jinxed it or because that, you know, the timing, the synchronicities that played out, even Kata knows, like the synchronicities and the timing, had to be in the right place, right perfect time at the exact time that I was last year. This goes all the way back to last year. Whoever reached out to me for this potential job followed my Type and Trim Instagram page before it had posts, before it launched last summer, when I was just thinking about what it was going to be. And now that it's launched, this person has come back around and has offered me this opportunity.
Almost a whole year.
And it couldn't be more mind-blowing. And I've tried to even like write down like all the synchronicities that were happening. And like, there was just so much in that one. It was all like last Thursday. And then we had to record on Friday. And I was like, honestly, I don't even know. I haven't even listened to the episode last week. My brain.
What?
I know.
You haven't made clips?
Not yet. Don't tell them.
You haven't made clips for last week's episode?
I'm making it. No, for this week's, like for Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I usually have clips out by now, but it's been a crazy week for me. For me professionally. But Kaden's like off the gram, like doesn't even know, like, sorry.
I was like 3 days.
I'm breaking the news to him. But my brain has been so, I can't take my mind off of it because it's so exciting. So I can't stop thinking about the potential, what my future could be, like the future jobs I could take. What
ain't the little leagues anymore. Yeah.
You guys, this is literally like the World Series. And so then it was International Women's Day. My great friend Joe, shout out, he's at New Food Phoenix on Instagram. He is a famous local influencer, foodie, celebrity, tastemaker. Yeah, he likes
We're kind of cool.
We're family. He's Uncle Joe to Sienna. What was I even saying about him now? I'm like going on and on and on and on and on. Oh no, what was I gonna? Oh, he had posted Type and Trim on his story recently for International Women's Day. And from that, like the State Farm Stadium event coordinator, like followed Type and Trim. And like I was getting follows from just like huge.
Did you reach out or you just wait?
No, I'm writing it right now. I'm like, my, human design. Have you looked into your human design? Do you know what yours is?
What?
What? Yes,
like
we have.
Over manifest.
Yeah, you're like a manifesting generator or something like that. Logan's a generator. I'm a projector. So my whole life purpose is about projecting what I feel like my vision should be of the world. And like my there's like different types of things, like the ways you reach your success. Like some people have to like wait for the invitation. Some people have to like take charge. And like for me, it's like to always wait for invitations. That's how you know that they're like for you, is like you'll be invited. Like if I try to assert my energy places and assert my opinion and assert my what I feel is like expertise, my like, you know, creative expertise, and they didn't invite me to that, like nobody like really sees the vision. Like there have been so many instances where I'm trying to like assert what my vision is for something and nobody is seeing it or understanding it.
Everyone's in their own ways. Yeah.
Yes, but every single time that like people have come to me and like reached out to me, I've never felt more like respected, like my opinions matter. You know what I mean? So like that's just where I'm meant to be, is just waiting for opportunities right now. And they are coming. And if this contract happens, I'll have more updates and I don't want to talk about it anymore.
When will it?
I think so. The last thing I heard when I took a meeting on Monday. Last thing I heard was, yeah, so on our side, like we already know we need this. We've been talking about it for months. So it's just like a matter of figuring out like logistics. And so I'm kind of just, I think that there's a lot of coordinating that has to happen on their end. And there's likely more meetings for me to take with multiple department heads. And then I think once all of that is taken place and we're all just like, yes, this is good. This is good. Like, I think then there's like a contract that will be signed. But until then, I want to say by the end of March for sure. Because it's peak event season. It's peak event season, right?
Blue month.
They need help ASAP. But then there's like this whole other side of things that we figured out we could do as a collaboration together. That is the thing that's really blowing my mind. So endless opportunity. Even if nothing comes from this, I've realized where else I could take this business idea that I have. And I know exactly like where to go now. Okay, that's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Best thing that's ever happened to me. Best month of my life.
Luckiest you've ever been.
This is quite literally the biggest stroke of, and again, we've talked about this. What is luck?
No, I'm joking.
Luck is when opportunity meets preparation. Yeah. I feel like I've been preparing for this, and I feel like I hit the opportunity, right place, right time, and it was like, oh, bitch. Like,
what is luck?
What is love? Baby, come to me. I'm just like, I'm really not okay, but I'm okay. But I'm really not okay.
Yeah. Vibration in the air.
There is something in the air, because it's not just like work things that are possibly falling into place. It's like there's other things. So
yeah.
Feelin Lucky this month. I have a couple questions for you. It's been a while since we've talked. I literally have no idea what's going on in your life. I have no idea where you were last night. I have no idea what you were up to. I have no idea. Okay, so a couple things. Are you still on Hinge?
Yeah.
Caden's still on Hinge. Okay. Are you active on Hinge, or is it just kind of there?
Here and there. Okay. I changed my age though.
You changed your age or what you're looking for?
Change what I'm looking for. I upped it. Right when I upped it to 32, I got a lot of like 28, 29, 27.
Okay.
And I think, I don't know.
You want like an older girl maybe?
I feel like if I get a younger girl, I just feel like that's what I'm saying. Not that I'm saying that they don't have lively, worldly experiences and all this shit. It's like if you're 22, you're 22. Like I was me 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Granted, women mature much faster than men.
Fair. But
so how old are you? 27.
I'm 26. I just said.
Okay. Sorry.
You're good.
You're 26. You could do, I think for sure, like up to 28 as, I don't know. Women mature so much faster. You're like the equivalent of like a female 22 or 23-year-old.
I doubt that. Oh, no. Everyone's different.
Everyone's different. Well, that's the thing too.
That's the thing. It's like if you meet someone that you don't even
20 to 30, you roll through. Just kidding. No, you have to be of drinking age, please.
Yeah, that'd be fair. That'd be proper.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm indifferent. Because it doesn't come down. It just comes down to the person.
It comes down to the person, but also it's like you can't let yourself get too discouraged because none of these people are panning out. Because guess what? It just takes the one. It just takes the one.
It's just like, oh, well.
Got it.
I feel like in the past, for sure, would have been more sad on every interaction that didn't
pan out. Yeah. But now you're just like, not the one.
Yeah. I learned experience another person. It can be exhausting.
Yeah. Mentally, emotionally. Because you don't want to get too invested. It's like you don't want to get too excited, but you don't want to be like jaded and not be excited when you are on a date. Like you want to give it your all, and then you give it your all, and then it's opposite of what you wanted to happen. And
yeah, Mom sent me, I forget what it was. She sent me a song. She's like, I feel like this is you.
Oh, interesting. And, did you agree?
I could probably pull it up real quick. I'm not going to pull the song. Just I want to know the title.
Yeah.
Bye, my lover. Bye. It's kind of a sad song.
Oh.
I don't know you yet.
Aww. Or like you haven't found the one yet.
Yeah. Then I forget though.
Just haven't met you yet.
Dude,
who sings that?
Michael Bublé.
Michael Bublé, totally.
Totally. Yeah, so it can be draining, and I just gotta keep being myself.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah. I mean, I also recently was introduced to a girl that I think is Caden's type, and
I don't know if she'll like me.
She might be too good for you.
I doubt that.
I mean, that's very confident of you. That's nice.
There's no such thing as too good. It's just that, are we compatible?
Well, it's like, sure.
Is there compatibility?
Sure. That's so true.
Because even though you might not, like, you have someone you're pictured in your mind, it doesn't matter that, like, if they're the perfect girl. It's just, it matters if they're the one that's, like, right for you.
Yeah.
Like,
that you mesh
fills in your weaknesses with their strengths.
Aww. But the serendipity there too. We don't need to say it, but
the serendipity. Why not? It's pretty.
Actually, so fucking nuts.
It is weird.
I was talking with this girl, may or may not be connected to the job opportunity that I have, and I was like, "Are you single?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Honestly, you are exactly my brother's type. Like, I feel like he would love you." And she was like, "Okay." And I was like, "You should date my brother." And she was like, "Okay, how old is he?" And I was like, good question. He's like 27 or 20. Anyone, I don't care. I don't know Jordan's age. I don't know Krista's age. I barely know my age. Someone asked me recently how old I was. I said 29.
Okay, that's
like, I don't know where I am in the world.
It's just not yeah.
Well, here's the thing. You guys also everyone's just growing so fast. Like, I have to literally think like how far apart we are in age to think about how old you are, to be honest.
We can go over that too.
I'm not like thinking about
a combo after what you're getting into.
Yeah.
Just when you're grinding and working every day, like how
time.
Yeah, but like way too fast.
Totally.
I have no time to stop and smell the roses.
Right. Exactly. And then you're like, what am I working for?
Not only that though, then it's like years will go by, like months.
But it's like, okay, wait, I do need to finish the synchronicity. We should put a pin in this. Can you remember this for later?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So I'm talking to this girl. She's asking how old Caden is. I'm like, oh, I don't know. His birthday's in July. She was like, oh, cool. My birthday's in July. And I was like, oh, July 10th. She was like, no, like, July 10th. Like, I will show you my passport. Her birthday was July 10th. Her birthday was July 10th. She had the same birthday as Caden. I was like, wait, doesn't that mean you're like the most compatible? Like the same day? She's also a Cancer.
I've met other Cancers.
I know. But it's like, I was gelling with her though. Like, I was like, we should be friends. Like, you are cool. Like, we should go get coffee later. Like, she is so cool. I could not believe that synchronicity. I couldn't believe it. I was like, even if you guys don't date, like, that's almost another sign that I'm like on the right path.
Well,
you know what I mean? It's like
things,
all these things adding up. Like this one girl and I have now had like 3 crazy, and she believes in that stuff too. Like the universe putting you in the right path. And she said like her move and like everything that she's been going on with her has been like completely divinely guided. And like she feels like she's on her right path and that we were meant to come together so we could collaborate on stuff together. And like, It just was so, this whole month has felt otherworldly.
Those 2 days alone.
Those 2 days, I was like, yeah.
Keep them coming.
It's been otherworld. No, I literally just, Joe and I talk about it because I've been like keeping Joe really in the know with all of this. But he was like saying like, you know, this is where you start saying like, show me how good it gets. Like, oh, actually, like, let's see how much better it can get than this. Like, let's not like limit ourselves to think like this is the best thing that could ever happen and like will ever happen. But like maybe this is the beginning of some like incredible things that are to come. And I'm open for it and I'm ready for it, you know? And like gets me so excited.
I'm ready.
But when you physically feel that excitement, I think that's part of like what's matching the energy. Like when you're matching the energy of abundance and you already feel abundant. You know what I mean? I don't technically have shit yet. I don't have a contract. I don't have anything that I was like any of these opportunities. I don't have like.
But you're in the.
But I feel I am literally aligned with the energy of everything I want. And it's just a matter of me waiting for it to arrive.
Yeah, just like, that's where the patience comes in.
That is truly where the patience comes in. And I have to also like not lose my stamina and be like, oh, I'm about to be like out of this situation and I'm like, can relax now. It's like, no, I need to like work even harder and like kind of like take it up a notch and not like slack.
No, it's,
I'm like already exhausted mentally.
But more motivation to, go
I'm
harder,
focused.
Continue.
I'm focused as fuck right now.
Yeah,
feeling
you're
great.
Locked in.
Oh my God, I'm so locked in, Kaden. I cannot. I like, you don't even know half the shit. I'll tell you some shit after this. Like, I am so locked in. Okay, we can stop talking about that now. Back to what we were saying. The song that Mom sent you. Do you want to read some of the lyrics? Okay. Do some spoken word for us. Make it rhythmic.
Oh, I was just gonna.
Okay.
How can you miss someone you've never seen? Oh, tell me, are your eyes blue, brown, blue, or green? And do you like it with sugar and cream? Like coffee.
Yeah, right? Totally. Me crying.
Or do you just take it, or do you take it straight? Oh, just like me. Yeah, lately it's been hard. They're selling me for parts. I don't want to be modern art, but I only got half a heart to give to you. Ooh. I actually have no idea how the song goes. I just saw those.
Ooh, 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 ooh. That's really sweet. And that is true. It's like, just haven't met you yet. You know?
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to be alone forever because you don't want to be alone forever. So if you have the feeling of like yearning for companionship, that's because it's meant for you. Like if you didn't have that feeling, then it's like maybe you're meant to be nomadic and independent and a solo person your whole life. And that's fine because if that's truly how you felt like was meant for you, then you would be happy with that.
Well, you have to be also just happy with that option. Like well, if you have to be happy with yourself.
Well, you have to be happy with where you are currently, but that doesn't mean you have to be like, I'm going to be alone forever and I need to accept that.
But let's say if that was,
you need to love yourself. Yeah. And if anything, like figure out how to clear as many of the shit that you have before you meet the person. But that's the thing. You don't know the shit you have until you meet the person, and then the conflict like puts a mirror in front of your face, and you have to look at yourself.
It's to literally grow as a human.
It's true.
But it's so odd to think that I haven't had that yet. And it's like, it is kind of scary because
there's a lot of...
I have to adjust and adapt to someone when I'm so particular because I've been such an individual and by myself for so long.
You've been independent for so long. You've been doing things... we talked about this. You've been doing things exactly the way you want because you haven't needed to consider another opinion. But now... not even right now, but eventually, honestly, the girl likes to run the show, likes to have her opinion be like the most highly regarded.
I feel though that is, I mean, obviously others don't. I mean, we're kind of basing off of your personality.
Sure.
Right?
I mean, I would say I know a lot of couples though. But it's true. It's like, the house decor is likely going to be more leaning towards what the girl wants. You know what I mean? Like things like that. I'm not saying like huge conversations or deal making things.
That either. I'm just saying that
little things. Happy. You ever in happy wife, happy life?
Yeah, that's valid.
Whatever you want. Keep the peace.
No, that's a good point. But that's the thing. I have no idea.
No, I know.
But what's weird though is because I feel like my past girlfriends have been so opposite of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's been no
contrast to you.
Confidence.
Oh.
In the, I guess like their
opinions and voice.
They're
almost like, oh, Kaden, whatever like, you want.
Not really, but just I guess not being honest with their feelings like from the jump. Like if something was wrong,
setting that precedent of just like
right away,
poor communication.
Which is sucks though, because like if I haven't had a girlfriend for so long, I'm like lacking those skills.
Yeah.
Because I haven't had any practice with them.
I am not kidding. I need to set you up with this person I met. No, don't you just want to meet someone who is just like the conversation flows? They're like normal. They have cool stories to tell. They have life experience. They're well traveled. They're worldly. Like, don't you want that?
All the things that I'm not.
And stunning.
Mystery girl.
Mystery girl.
Who's that girl?
Who's that girl?
We don't know.
Ooh, that's a
segment.
I was going to say.
Are we doing Family Feud today?
No, we'll do that another day because it was St. Patrick's Day. It's funny because we were actually going to drink either green beer or we were going to have a Guinness. But I woke up this morning kind of feeling nauseous and like
it's okay.
I'd rather have a coffee.
I was hungover too. So.
Yeah, tell me about your night.
Nah, I don't really want to talk about it. I mean, it was just Zach Brown
good or bad?
Flew in. It was fun. It was good. Just late, like.
For a Thursday.
I know. But Zach Brown flew in from Dallas. He's here for a wedding this weekend. We're going to hang out. It was really cool just hanging out, me and him. We went to Woody's. I just like it because it's so close to my place now. And it's just like a neighborhood bar. It's so fun. I just go there, play pool. And then we met a lot of people. A lot of people recognize me from like, oh, you work at Lifetime? I'm like, what the hell?
Whoa, really?
It's weird seeing people out in the wild.
Yeah.
When I like don't recognize them, but they know me.
Mm-hmm.
And you're Mexican? No, I'm joking.
Oh,
I did look though that I put stickers in there like a month ago and they're still there.
Nice. So. I've been dropping some.
I'll have to ask Mason too. But yeah, and then just turned into people that we were vibing with, playing pool with, and then we literally closed it out, and then we're like, what's that? What's next? And we went to their place, and then that's why I was over here.
Mm-hmm.
However, what were we saying before that?
I was asking how your night was. St. Patrick's Day. And so maybe another day we'll play Family Feud. But I was like, there's got to be some. It's funny because I was actually going to do like, oh, maybe we'll do some like St. Patrick's Day, like history, fun facts.
That's not what we're doing?
I ain't got nothing for you today for fun facts or history. But also, do you believe in leprechauns? Do you believe in leprechauns?
What was that one Disney movie?
Luck of the Irish. That was literally on my next note because I was like, Luck of the Irish is one of the top ever Disney movies, and I don't even remember why, but I remember when I was younger, you see that there's like a coin or something, and it like flips, and that's like the opening sequence, and then I think he finds a coin on the ground.
Doesn't he play like there's like he gets good at basketball or
right? Or is that
I'm thinking of the
Smart
other
House?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of too.
I love Smart House. Wait, that was so good. I remember literally thinking like, oh my God, I need to have a house like that.
These are the type of movies though, that we'll go back and watch. Like, what the fuck?
I know. I kind of think Smart House would slap though, because it's that it's like that retro futurism of like Y2K or like late 90s of like what people back then thought the future would look like, and so that's like what retro futurism is. It's like it looks old, but it's what they thought would be like looking futuristic.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I see.
Okay, Luck of the Irish came out. Wow, 53% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like,
can I get a picture?
I kind of expected more.
Some triggers.
Yeah. Oh, it is the basketball.
Whoa.
Oh my God, and it's the kid from Smart House. That
one guy, that guy with the beard.
Who is that?
The scary guy. He's like.
Oh, they're playing with leprechauns, I think. Are they playing with leprechauns? 2001.
Dude.
That's honestly, I've actually said this on the podcast before. 2001 was the best year for movies because they just don't make them like they used to. Okay, so what is this? Okay, wait. Luck of the Irish. But what does that mean? Okay. I need to
St. Patty's Day.
Look into this deeper. Hold on. I also don't want to pull up like incorrect information.
It will have already passed. Of course.
Okay,
when
Luck
this
of the
comes out.
Irish goes back to the 19th century gold rush in the western U.S., which is funny. Many of the successful miners were Irish immigrants.
Oh.
So they were literally mining and like struck gold. I'm like, is that the gold pot at the end of the rainbow? Is that the origin of where did the leprechaun come in? Okay, hold on. We'll keep reading. These immigrants and first generation Irish American prospectors were sometimes disparagingly said to have the luck of the Irish when they made a strike or were successful.
Huh.
The unsaid assumption being that it was luck rather than knowledge, hard work, or skill, right? That brought the riches. It's like people are saying, oh, you were lucky. But it's like, how hard were they working though? They were working so hard.
Manual labor.
So I guess it's like not a nice thing to say. It's disparaging.
A little bit.
A little insulting, if you will. The association with luck stuck, but has thankfully lost the disparaging meaning. Oh, so we can still say it? Okay. Now the phrase is used with no insulting undertone. So as long as there's no insulting undertone, we can say it.
So
I feel like
woke.
that's...
No, I'm joking.
That's like... Interesting.
What about... Who's St. Patty?
Oh, many also see the roots of luck of the Irish tracing back to Celtic myths and legends. That makes a little more sense because, okay, blah, blah, blah. There's magical beings capable of bestowing both.
Do we have
Irish
Irish
fairies? We have a lot of Irish in us.
What?
We have like Irish, Scottish.
And Dutch, I thought.
Yeah, I could pull up my ancestry. I bet ours is identical.
Dutch.
It's getting very dark in here. And I know these YouTubes are going to be...
What the fuck is
Irish?
What the fuck is Mayweather?
Is that Scottish?
No.
Oh. You're a little nasally today. Are you sick?
They had a cat.
Oh. You need a Claritin.
I know. We switched roles. When you were stuffy the other day.
I was, but now
2 days ago. 2 episodes ago, I mean.
There's over 9,000 entries that mention luck in the National Folklore Collection. So luck is like folklore, but is that just how you... I mean, these are from pre-Christian times. So it's like, I'm wondering if it was like luck and then it was like blessings in God. And then it's
like medieval.
I mean, thousands of years ago. Yeah, sure.
Let's get an Irish impersonation.
For me?
Yeah. Think about...
Is Cillian Murphy Irish?
I want to say...
you sure?
The In Bruges.
Oh, I think that's Scottish.
Colin
Farrell?
Oh, it might be
Colin Farrell?
It might
There's
be
too many Collins.
It might be Scottish, yeah. You know
Luck
what
of
the
the
show
Irish.
that you and
He's
Logan
Irish.
No way.
Yeah, sorry, I interrupted you. What?
A show that you and Logan would like?
What?
It's like based off a movie. The Gentleman.
Oh, we'd like it.
You
think? Because of Colin Farrell? Because he's so hot.
He's in it.
But
that lead guy is fucking handsome as shit.
You should watch, if you're ever looking for like a thought-provoking, kind of slow, like 824 indie film, you should watch him in The Lobster.
Oh my god.
With Rachel Weisz.
That's with Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell, Rachel Weisz, who is married to Daniel Craig, who's 007.
Yeah, I know.
I can't believe they're together. Like, come on. When I saw Mummy, I was like, this is the most beautiful woman in the world.
Think Red Lobster? What was it called? Man in the... I totally just
The
forgot.
Lobster.
That's it?
2015, The Lobster.
I want to say it won an Oscar, which then triggered me. The Oscars happened.
Yes, that is on my first... I do have a little mini catching up, Kaden, which maybe we can go into that since that's what we're talking about.
Did the Lobster win
The Lobster? I don't know. It's kind of weird, but interesting nonetheless. I'm hearing noises. Are you hearing noises? Okay, if we got this on camera, that's good because I actually suspect something. I think we have a roof rat. I think there's rats in the roofs, and I think that they are mite infested. And I think that is why we are being attacked by mites. Because it is still happening. We have had the exterminator come twice.
I'm scared.
No, it won't affect you. Logan and I are still getting eaten. Sienna doesn't even get...
I'm going to keep one ear open.
Yeah, me too. Do you hear that?
Yeah. What? Are you sure no one's on the roof?
Positive, because one time we heard that Logan went out on the roof across and like looked, and there was nothing.
It's a fiddler. If I were a rich man, I rule the world.
No, I'm pretty sure we have roof rats, and I think they're mite infested, and I think we are getting eaten by their mites, and it's the most disgusting thing one could imagine.
It's the bloody fiddler.
It's the bloody mites. Okay.
It's the bloody fiddler.
Time for a little. Caden's not ready.
Nope. Because the rat scared the shit out of me.
Can you believe that though? Like,
that's so.
I'm not okay.
I'm not okay. Hopefully not too loud.
In this week's installment of Catching Up Caden.
Boom.
Okay, this segment is actually starting to piss me off because unfortunately, the landscape of pop culture changes so rapidly that by the time our episode comes out, everything has changed.
4 days, you're saying?
Everything has changed. Not everything, but it's just like by the time it comes out, so much more has developed. What we say is so outdated. So I'm like, this might be canceled, but a couple things. Kate Middleton. You didn't know who that was before. I gave you a very brief, because there was just so much to cover that
was she found?
No. It's actually become a global conspiracy theory because the official royal family released pictures. Oh, her posing for Mother's Day. Here she is. Caden, the most composite, photoshopped, doctored photo. And there are obviously Photoshop experts everywhere. Everyone's like, here. This wasn't even a photo taken in the last few months. People got the metadata from it. They're like, this photo's from the holidays.
Sums up.
The royal family has released 3 photos saying it's Kate. All 3 have been fake and photoshopped. So there's a few theories.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why would she be?
Here's the theories. The theories started because people said around the holidays, you're literally not going to believe all of this. Just so you have a heads up. Okay. So Princess Kate Middleton, Princess of Wales, is married to Prince William. They are next in throne to be King and Queen of England. Okay, so that's like how high up it is.
About this later.
Well, we're like, we need to get another episode of The Crown, or another season. I mean, because The Crown, the series on Netflix, they cover the royal family's history back in time, and now we're almost in modern times. Yeah, they just finished like a Princess Diana season with what happened to her. We haven't watched any of it because I personally don't I don't give a shit about the royal family.
No, but the history,
period pieces,
conspiracy of it.
Yes, this part I'm very into. Suddenly, everyone's very into it. It's just funny because when I mentioned it, it was kind of like depths of TikTok conspiracy, and by the time the episode came out, it was like front page news everywhere globally. Okay. So this is the series of events. They said that she had a surgery or some sort of medical procedure around the holidays and that she was in recovery. Okay, so this new picture that has come out is supposed to be her first picture out from recovery. She's smiling. She's happy. She's like wearing jeans. And they said she had a stomach surgery. If you had a stomach surgery, you're not coming out wearing jeans to follow that. You know what I mean? Like there were just some things that were off about it. And then people went deeper, found all the photoshopping.
When was this surgery apparently? Or
holidays.
When was she last seen?
Like Thanksgiving. Allegedly, Prince William has been having a years-long affair with one of Kate's best friends, Rose Danbury. Okay? This has been like a common known thing in England. Like people have been saying this for so long. There's also blind items about this. Like there's just so many things about this. Okay? I'm not saying I believe it or don't believe it, but there's no reason why she's like missing that makes sense to me, except for a couple theories. So he's having an affair. Allegedly, he got her pregnant over the holidays and she's keeping it. And either these things have happened. Kate had a mental breakdown, chose to no longer comply with what the royal family wanted. They're also trying to ship her kids off to boarding school and separate her from her children. So everyone's saying like, not everyone, but one of the theories is that she had a mental breakdown and that she's like fled and is no longer like listening to them and operating by the royal family and it pretty much dodged her duties as a royal, pretty much. Another theory is that the same thing that happened. She had a mental breakdown, tried to run away. Also, William in the past has been known to have a major temper, potentially an abusive spouse. So people are like, what if he accidentally literally like killed her, and they're like now trying to cover it up with all these photos.
I mean,
there's a cover up of sorts. There has to be. I know,
but you'd have to cover it up for how much longer?
Well, that's the thing. It's like, how long can that happen, right? Okay, so then the other theory is that she's alive and that what are the theories I already said? She's run away, she's hiding,
dead.
She's dead, or there was a third one. Or she was like in a coma or something. That was like the third one that he beat her. She's in a coma. They're hoping she wakes up.
Or
and
coma
if not,
from surgery.
There's also, if you go, the deeper into TikTok you go, the more like cloning theories there are. Like she wasn't complying. Now they're trying to clone her because she's next in line to be queen.
People have been saying that about Kanye too.
People have been saying that about Beyonce. People have been saying that about, who else? I mean, Joe Biden, like everyone in politics, like.
That one's weird too.
But, it wouldn't be like the craziest thing if we discover cloning has been a thing for the last 30 years. If you think about how much technology is hidden from the public, and like we get 30-year-old technology like made open to the public. But
that'd be so creepy.
Declassified, there's much more advanced technology than, you know what I mean? Like they're keeping us behind technologically.
Absolutely.
They're like slow dosing us with tech and with whatever.
Yeah, it's like
with robots. Did you see?
Military has
ChatGPT came out with a physical robot that responds like a literal person, to the point where he was like, yeah, like literally was like said, in a response instead of like a perfect robot.
Yep, that's a big topic right now. It
was like, yeah, you could say that.
The extreme advancement of AI. It's like every day.
Zero regulation. And if you think about that robot learning everything from everybody's input in ChatGPT, becoming like basically more and more human every day because of all the input that it's getting from everybody asking questions, giving it prompts, like having conversations with it. It's learning every day how to become more and more like us and better. Like within the year, that robot will be like the most powerful computer in the world or something. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. The fall.
And who's to say we're not all already AI robots?
The fall of
mankind, for sure. Okay, so Kate Middleton. Let me just see. Oh yeah. I took some notes. I do have some notes in here. Look at me. Okay. Yeah, William cheating. Mistress is pregnant and keeping it. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. His anger problem. Oh, and his brother, Prince Harry, who's with Meghan Markle from Suits. They are living in Montecito, California, near Santa Barbara. They had left the royal family a long time ago. But what's so funny? Okay, so is it Charles? Help. Not Prince Charles. Who's the guy right now? Philip? No.
I don't know.
He's about to die. He's got cancer. He's about to die. He's the one that cheated on Diana, Princess Diana, right? And married his mistress, Camilla, who is literally the current standing
Princess
king
Diana
and queen.
Died in a plane crash, right?
Car crash. Caused by paparazzi, but was probably taken out. I believe that there's like a documentary coming out too about that. But anyways, Camilla and him are current acting king and queen, right? Once he dies, Camilla's no longer relevant. The next in line, if Princess Kate is not going to become queen and like take that role,
who's
is
the
their
queen now?
child. That's what I'm saying, Camilla. It was supposed to be Princess Diana, but they pretty much killed her, and then he married his mistress,
and then
Camilla.
Queen Elizabeth died.
So Queen Elizabeth died. Now it's Camilla and what's his face with cancer, and then once he dies, and if Princess Kate doesn't ever come around, it goes to the eldest born son, which is George. He's like 10 years old. He can't be king at 10, so they have to have a stand-in king and queen. It's Harry and Meghan Markle, dude. That would be next in line.
What is that?
So they literally might be coming back, and like if that all pans out right, and then they would have to be the acting king and queen until George was of age at 18, and then he would take over. How funny is that? They literally like were insulted by the royal family, like cast out. They left. They like rejected their royal duties, and now they literally might be king and queen.
What are those?
If that all happens, though? But I'm also like basically just being complicit to whatever the royal family wants. Like that's your duty. Like attending things, lots of galas, lots of fundraisers, lots of waving, lots of attending things.
Royalty,
but it's also so like royalty is so antiquated that it doesn't really make sense in 2024. I almost said 2023. So I kind of feel like if all that happens, like I feel like there's going to be a complete collapse of the royal family entirely.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also people are saying there's actually like this long standing theory that the Queen Elizabeth was like a witch and that she was like, no, literally, like I do believe in witches, by the way. I believe in spell casting. I think like saying things out loud. I mean, think about it. Like you're saying things out loud. You're putting out that energy. That energy comes back to you. Like, you know, like think about it. Like all the words you say are like spell casting. So like imagine if Queen Elizabeth was spell casting to maintain all this power because they were not the rightful throne, right? They were not actually the next in line. So imagine she is doing all of this dark magic to maintain their power. She dies. Suddenly everything goes to fucking shit. He gets cancer. Kate is missing. They have all these fake photos coming out. Like they're crumbling, you know? Regardless, there's cracks in the armor in the royal family. And I think we're all excited to see the downfall. I know I am.
You don't say.
I feel like you're so like, you just had no idea who these people were. So you're like, I have no opinions, but it is crazy. Well, this has been like one of the most longest standing institutions of all time. Like,
you're right.
And they've had such a grip on the whole world. Like, such a grip of power, truly. The whole world.
Interesting.
I know. I kind of can't wait to see what happens with all that. Every day, literally, just before we started recording, I'm like, okay, what's the latest? And there was literally an update about the Kate thing. And I think it's just becoming more and more and more of a known thing that he had a mistress. And that's what I was going to say. Prince Harry wrote a book and talked about how Prince William had a huge anger problem. And like, it's literally recorded in this book that he's like been like an aggressor. So I'm scared for Kate. I think best case scenario, she went gone girl on him and is like, I'm not coming back until you leave that mistress, until, you know what I mean? Until my kids don't have to go to boarding school. Like, I feel like she's making the demands. Worst case scenario, she's been dead since November, which is so scary that they're still trying to pretend like she's alive and like post pictures of her. And her mom is like complying. Her mom is like being seen in paparazzi. Like, no, there's some gnarliness. Also, can we quickly talk about, again, it's funny because our last conversation, I was like, oh, TikTok's not going to get banned because that billionaire's coming. They voted in the House of Reps for it to be banned. They all agreed like so fast. And then it's going to the Senate. And Biden says if it gets passed in the Senate, he will sign it. It literally passed in the House of Reps.
I haven't seen stuff of like people freaking out that if they might not have TikTok anymore.
But the Senate apparently is really going to take their time because it's funny. There's these people on TikTok, these politicians who have built platforms on TikTok, right? Like Jeff Jackson, Republican Jeff Jackson, literally came out and said like, TikTok's fine. Here's why I don't think it's going to be canceled or whatever. He was literally voted for it to be like banned. People are unfollowing him at like mass rates. So it's funny because all these politicians that built platforms on social media are now getting unfollowed. And now they're worried about losing their influence on social media. And so now,
how do they not see that coming though?
Idiots. No, they're so dumb. But this is what I genuinely feel. Boomer. This is how I feel. I do feel that they are all under the control of probably the CIA, whoever has money. So it's like there's so much blackmail on every single politician that whatever the CIA wants, right? They could just be like, you all have to vote yes on this. And they're like, okay, we literally have to because you will release like the fact that I'm a pedophile or something. You know what I mean? Like, so think about all the blackmail and then that swang. People are like, oh my God, I cannot believe they came together and they could all agree on that, but they can't agree on student loan being canceled or minimum wage going up. And it's like, yeah, because they're not for the people. You know what I mean? It's all self-interest. It's like they're told what to vote on. Everyone was obviously, also this morning I saw the CEO of TikTok is in Canada doing negotiations with Canada because he's like, I might sell it to Canada and like rub it in the US's face. Because the US isn't saying, oh, we're like, it's a security threat, you might be banned. It's like they're holding him hostage, almost saying, if you don't sell it to us, to people that we say it has to be sold to, then you can't have it here, basically. And now he was like seen talking with like deal makers in Canada, which is funny.
The hell?
So that'll be interesting. Also, what else did I just see? There is so much happening. Oh my God, I saw something else this morning. I really need to remember what it is because it is, of course, by the time this comes out, it's going to be old news. So it almost doesn't matter, but fuck, what was it? All right, I'll come back to that. Oscars, did you watch any of it?
No, but I totally forgot I happened.
Right. Well, we used to like watch every week
Miranda
or every year.
People at work were talking about how Oppenheimer swept.
Poor Bradley Cooper and his fresh face of makeup and his fresh toupee and
practicing to be a director.
Did you see any of the press that he was doing for Maestro? Did you see anything he was doing?
Stuff.
Some weird things.
Talking about how like he showers with his son or something like that.
Oh yeah. He also was on, it was either Dax Shepard's, I think it was on Dax Shepard's podcast, which I can't even listen to anymore because Dax is so annoying. But he basically was saying that when his child was born, he felt absolutely nothing towards them and was making jokes about how if they got murdered that day, that might not be the worst thing.
And that's how disconnected his intrusive thoughts is what happened.
Yes. And I'm like, this doesn't make you more relatable. This doesn't make you like cool. This isn't like, ha ha ha, laughing. It's like giving red flag. It's like,
psycho.
To even say that about a newborn baby and like joke about them being taken out and like, oh, you're actually doing me a favor by jokingly by murdering your newborn baby. Like, not only that, there was an interview with him with Leonard Bernstein's children. Okay. They were sitting on the sides of him and he was like in the middle and he was like being interviewed. And the interviewer asked the children, and how did you guys like feel like he did? How did you feel he like represented like your father? And literally one of the kids, Bradley was like, shut them up so quick and answered for them. And they were all just like quiet the whole time. I'm like, this man wanted this Oscar so bad and didn't want a single bad piece of press about him.
I want to see
his face when he didn't win.
Yeah.
I know. I was looking right at it. I was like, you're about to lose, you little bitch. He's been giving me bad vibes lately. I'm kind of feeling like he's so up his own asshole and like
he's like the
he
Austin Butler.
He got a crazy facelift for the Oscars. You can't really, it's a very good one, right? Like you can't super tell, but like he got a facelift. He got like a full tan. He got like and he's also dating Gigi Hadid. Like, I just think he wants so badly to be young.
Hadid.
Yeah, they've been apparently dating for like months, but I think he just wants so badly. Just JT and he are suffering the same thing. They want to be relevant. They want to be hip.
Justin Timberlake?
So bad. Yeah. He is. TikTok hates him. TikTok hates him so much. Gen Z hates how hard he tries. It's kind of sad, actually. And now he realizes nobody cares about him as a solo artist. He's now touring with NSYNC and like doing shows with NSYNC again, just because that's the only relevance he has anymore.
Yeah, he was a shit, and then I think he just got in his head about it. You know?
And then obviously, like people coming after, like defending Britney Spears. People starting to defend Britney Spears, realizing how toxic he was back then. Like, yeah, toxic. People are realizing how fucking fucked up he was in like the early, Y2K. And during his come up and how like he's just like stepped on people and like people just kind of canceled him a little bit. And like his dance moves these days, bad. Have you seen these videos of him dancing, but the audio is like shoes squeaking?
Oh my God.
It's like, I've seen videos and he's like that, trying to do like moonwalks and stuff. Ooh, the light is coming in. That's nice. No, it is so funny. So we watched the last third of the Oscars because we were like, oh, it's on early. Like it was over by like Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh yeah.
Who like from just the end that we've seen, like it was so like, let's get through this. Let's go. Next award. Who's up next? Keep your thing short. Okay. No jokes in between. Like there were some jokes in between, but it was so like sped and like kind of just like everyone wanted to get through it and without scandal, I think. Like people were just like, let's go before anyone gets slapped, before any like, because there was also all of these protesters right outside.
My wife's name.
No, I know. There's also tons of protesters outside, right? Like ceasefire protesters. So I think they were worried about anything bad happening, anything getting interrupted. It was like boom, 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 fast. Ceasefire? You know who stole the show?
Killian. Robert.
He's fine. I'm Just Ken. He sang it live. He did a live I'm Just Ken performance because it was nominated for an Oscar. It was incredible. It was incredible. His voice sounded great live. Like he was really putting everything in there. It was choreographed well. Everybody from the movie was like dancing on stage. Like it was so good. It was really good. It was
I love Ryan.
So entertaining. It brought everybody, the audience was like on their feet. I'm just kidding. Like everyone was having a great time. And it was the only time like everyone looked happy. Like the whole night.
Felt normal.
Yeah, everyone was like just having a good time. But Emma Stone won Best Actress. Everyone felt like Lily Gladstone was snubbed. I didn't see either movie, so I cannot say. I probably would see both, maybe.
I'm shocked that Robert Downey Jr. This is his first
He
Oscars.
won. Yeah, his first Oscar.
Supporting.
Yeah. Best supporting.
You guys still haven't seen that, huh?
Billie Eilish won for best song, which was
it's basically everyone that won global.
Exactly, and that's how it usually goes. It's like kind of a predictor of like how things are going to go. But it's like the Academy, everybody in those seats, those are the people that are voting. So it's like your peers are voting for each other.
Yeah.
So it's like this is just Academy, who they all wanted to win. Like, you know what I mean? It kind of almost doesn't mean anything.
Is all the actors.
Mm-hmm. The Academy. It's like if you're part of the Academy, it's probably a membership. It's probably a thing you pay for, but you get like the ballot in the mail and they all vote. So it's really like who your peers like the most. You know, it's not like who the people like, who did the best in the box office.
I'm curious.
There's not like
a people's.
Yeah, well, that's what People's Choice Awards is for. The People's Choice.
I guess that makes sense.
Ariana Grande was there. She looked amazing. I do have to say,
she doesn't look like a rat anymore.
Look, let's not say rat.
Okay, but
she looked bad in that photo.
Were crazy.
But I kind of feel like bad because Bowen Yang from SNL, he's also in Wicked with Ariana and with SpongeBob. And he basically confirmed yesterday that we've all gotten the story completely wrong. And whoever ran with the story that he left his wife and newborn for Ariana was completely wrong. And like, we're all wrong for that. And so there's this one song that she put out basically like, I'll wait for you guys to love me again. Like, I didn't want to feed into the story and make it worse. So I just stayed silent, but only I know my truth. And like, I hope, like, I'll wait for your, like, the whole song is like, I'll wait for your love.
What a terrible
your love. I'll wait for
time to be like in the spotlight.
And that's the thing. She got eaten alive, but it's like, she's also done sketchy things like licking the donut. Like, I'm trying to remember all the times she's gotten eaten alive by like the media. And
licking
it's like,
the donut.
She went to a Dunkin' Donuts, was like licking donuts and putting them back and caught on camera like 10 years ago. And people canceled her then. Ago. Yeah, that was 10 years ago. Yeah. And it was like an immature thing. Though. But it was weird. It was one of those things of like, I'm rich, no one can touch me kind of things. Like, I'm, like I'm Ariana Grande. Like, nothing bad will happen. I feel like she had that energy for a while. But now I feel bad. I feel bad because I was definitely like, Ariana, why the fuck would you do that? How could you?
I mean, it's like, we don't know.
Maybe he had an abusive wife
because of Mac Miller.
And that's the thing. So this album is called Eternal Sunshine. And you know that movie, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, is about wanting to erase the memory of someone because it hurts, like the grief is so bad.
That's so sad.
It's so sad. And this whole album is like how he basically can't have of the Spotless Mind.
Who's in that? Isn't that Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey, Kate Winslet.
I'll have to watch that.
Incredible film. But like there's a music video that she did with it about how she's like trying to erase her memory because every relationship she has, like Mac always comes up. It's just like so sad.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so SpongeBob and her were co-stars. They did like 2 films together. I'm like, no, really, like maybe like
just relating it.
I feel bad. I feel bad. Like,
well, I will say I didn't know shit until you told me about all that juice. So,
but that's because that was like the headlines. Like,
I guess I'm just
we're just a cog in the machine.
Another sheep.
Totally.
Tarnished by fake stories.
But now this song is really sweet. The album is incredibly good. It's one of my favorites. And she performed one of the songs on SNL and she didn't use the whole time the voice. It was like low voice. Whoa. She had a low alto, like, I'll wait for your love. I'm like, oh my God, where's that been this whole time? It was really good.
What was your run again?
When? Right now?
Yeah.
I'll wait for your
love.
I don't know. Don't make me repeat. Oh.
I just wanted to see if you can do it again.
Okay, yes. Loved her SNL performance. Oscar was okay. Bradley Cooper caked in makeup. Okay. Literally, these are my notes. Ryan stole the show. Makeup? Bradley was caked in makeup, ready for his big moment. Yeah, that's it for the Oscars that I have.
I mean, I don't think he could have thought he won.
I think he thought that he had a solid chance. I think that he specifically picks movies that are Oscar bait.
I think I saw a funny video where it's showing like Bradley Cooper like trained for 6 years to be an instructor.
The J.K. Simmons video? Or is that what you're talking about? Oh, okay, go ahead.
No, but it's like he trained all this time when all Killian is about to win.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like
his
close-ups.
Yeah, totally.
But I mean, he got pretty like.
Did you see Whiplash?
As fuck. Yeah, it's a great movie.
But some people were saying like Bradley Cooper doing so fucking much to show that he's a composer when J.K. Simmons like,
oh yeah, and it was still believable.
Excellent. Like that is such a good movie. That is such a good movie. But it's just funny because Bradley needs to go away. Also, I don't know if I want to say this. This is a rumor. Never mind. Moving on. Bradley needs to go away. I don't like him.
Rumor? You don't want to say it?
Why not? I don't want to spread rumors that are like. There was a blind item that his favorite male masseuse was deported.
What?
There was a blind item.
What do you mean there's a blind item?
So when I say there was a blind item, it means that there is an anonymous source that leaks something to this account. There's this one account. There's a couple accounts. Like one is called Dumois, which I've explained before.
Yeah.
There's this other one. People, literally insider people. And these are verified by the source, whoever posts them, before they're put out there. So it's like one person in the know vets the person that submitted it and is like, does this person have a likelihood to know what is, you know what I mean? Like, people trust the blinds. They tend to predict a lot of stuff before things happen. And I think that's why people trust them.
His favorite male masseuse?
His favorite male masseuse who would offer him rubs and tugs.
Oh, happy endings.
Was deported. And so people are like, the blind item headline was like, double loss this week for Bradley Cooper after losing the Oscar after he thought he was going to win, followed by his favorite. Yeah, that was like the blind item. It was like, he's having a bad week.
That's why he's going crazy.
Yeah, but don't joke about your newborn dying like that, as if like that was a universal experience. Like as if we all, when our kids were born, we were like, this could go either way for me. I could like care less. You know what I mean? Like as if that's what all fathers kind of felt when their kid was born. And Dax is like, I'm just like,
wait,
this was
live on a pod?
This was on Armchair Expert, Kaden.
How recent?
Like a week ago.
Oh.
He was literally like making jokes about if someone had took out his newborn, he might have thought that they were doing him a favor because he didn't feel any emotional connection to them when they were born. And it was a girl, like a daughter, like a newborn girl. Like
that's creepy.
Creepy.
Serial killer
it's
vibes.
Creepy vibes. It's also like, I just feel like he's so, what is the word? Like his whole life in his head revolves around him. And like, there is no like reality. What is the word? Like go touch grass or something. Like he does not comprehend. Yeah, there's a God complex, maybe some narcissism thrown in there, maybe some daddy issues thrown in there. Maybe
I thought we used to like, no, like
Limitless was good.
It was.
His hangover times.
I think that's when he got triggered because that's what blew him up, really.
That's the thing.
Because he was in
Wet Hot American Summer. Have you ever seen that? You would like that. Paul Rudd, like everyone's in that. Amy Poehler, Paul Rudd. Like,
but I'm trying to think too. Another movie he's been in, like when he was really young.
Wedding Crashers.
Yeah.
That was one of his first.
Yeah.
So that's like him breaking into the scene, right?
That's great. I just saw it for the first time last year. Yeah. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I like Vince Vaughn too.
I like Vince Vaughn.
Trying to do his laugh.
He doesn't do much these days. Vince Vaughn's laugh. That is very niche.
It's like
no, I couldn't. Oh, I kind of know what you mean though. Yeah, I couldn't do it. No, I couldn't. No, I can't. That's crazy. What else did I see this morning? No, I'm going to be annoyed if I can't remember this last little pop culture nugget.
There's a lot going on. It's
Kaden,
kind of hard to...
so much. But I was going to ask, are you on the gram? Are you off the gram? Are you keeping up with the times? Are you avoiding?
I didn't have to, but it was so convenient when I did that run club, which was, they're doing another one tomorrow.
Oh, fun.
And everyone's going to wear green. And after the run, everyone's going to Patty's, which is a bar in Old Town.
Wow.
Hopefully I don't have to work tomorrow. I actually probably
Why
do.
is that still up in the air?
Work?
Mm-hmm.
If it's just slow, they'd say like, you don't need to come in at Lifetime. What was I going to say? Speaking of which, I should keep updates on the cuts.
Yeah,
messages.
You got to keep your eye on that, bro.
But yeah, because I saw Logan got that one last night. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's funny because the like hot schedules or whatever was down, and so like nobody was getting it, and like Logan, Sienna for some reason was having wicked separation anxiety. Like every time he went to go get ready, she would have a full blown meltdown. Like she doesn't really like have meltdowns like that, but it was like crying real tears, and like she was not okay. Like for him to go get ready, she was like attached to him. So every time he tried to go, she'd be like completely bawling again. So like, yeah, the second there was a chance, he was like,
oh no,
I am not working. Oh no, did it already go out?
Fuck.
Your love, I'll wait for your love.
I saw the email, and then I immediately like checked his location. I'm like, nice,
like,
he's still at home.
Yeah, it was nice because I was overwhelmed.
She was overwhelmed. But yeah, so the run club, a lot of people I met. Dude, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
What?
They're looking for 4 servers to cut.
What? You better get in there. That's a lot. That's
50 minutes ago.
That's not sounding like we're in season. You know what I'm saying? That's not sounding like
I will say, I know most servers have been saying that
season that we're used to.
Wait, oh god, was that last night? Oh god, that was so embarrassing.
Did you already?
Oh wait, no.
Me.
I said me.
Cut me. They're like, that wasn't today.
Hola, mi butches. It's kind of funny. We're looking for 4 servers to take the cut since the weather isn't favorable to have the patio open.
I bet Logan's on it.
First 4 win. So that's kind of good. That's good though. If that's 4, the only bad thing is I'm a closer. So I don't know.
I'm texting him right now.
This was 50 minutes ago. Wait.
I know, but you know he's on top of it.
That's what I'm saying though. I had a feeling.
Your love, I'll wait for your love.
Vultures.
Okay, that's not how it goes, but I encourage everybody to listen to Ariana and forgive her, for she hath not sinned. I'm upset that I can't think of what I saw this morning because there was something else that was so like current. But again, by the time anyone hears this, it won't be. I give up. I give up.
I got Instagram is just a lot easier to get people's like info, you know? At the run club and people you meet like, oh, what's your Insta? Like numbers good, but then like when you text a bit and that's it. When you have someone that's that platform to and stay in touch, but you're not in touch.
Do you think if TikTok is banned?
That's gonna be weird.
Okay, so I understand a lot of people, they've monetized TikTok, they make a living off of it. I fully support, but I also think that we've lost the plot a little bit. Like, we can't get off it. You know what I mean? Like, Gen Z as a generation is a little bit hopeless.
Attached and ingrained.
I'm worried for Gen Z in the workforce. I'm worried for Gen Z being independent, living on their own. I'm worried for Gen Z. I'm afraid that they, at current time, have zero life purpose and feel very apathetic towards their lives. Like everything is hopeless, everything is corrupt. Like they have zero hope, I feel, as a generation.
Yeah, they don't have much
gumption.
Wow. Gumption. That's a good word.
Someone said it to me the other day and I was like, that is literally the exact word that I wanted to say. Thank you.
Gumption?
Yeah. So I was explaining like how Logan and I, you know, we were planning a wedding for so long, but by the time it had been so long, I had like lost for like having a wedding. And she was like, your gumption for it. And I was like, yes, that is the word. I lost my gumption for it. Like you lost the drive, my energy, like the give a shit, you know? But
they don't have a gumption because everything is so easily accessible, knowledge. They don't have to work that hard.
But it's like they don't want to work that hard because they don't want to do the 9-to-5 corporate slave work for nothing. Like they're kind of like anti-capitalism, but also they're a little soft.
No, for sure.
Their parents over gentle parented. There was like, it went from like the silent generation and like some boomer parents that were like overdoing it. And then there's like some what is it?
That's what's scary though. The whole future of civilization is based on how you're raised.
Right.
Or the parenting.
Right. And I'm hearing that even younger than that, Sienna's generation, Gen A, it starts over, right? We're at Gen Z. It goes back to Gen A. It's Gen Alpha, the founders. That's what they're called.
Gen Alpha, that's cool as fuck.
I know, Sienna's Gen Alpha. How cool is that? But apparently they can't read. They can't write, they can't like
Gen Alpha?
Like they're like in 3rd grade now, not reading. I don't know if that's not like, when do you read? Second? I think I was reading in first. I was reading in first grade for sure. But apparently teachers are like going on TikTok like, these kids are idiots. And it's the parents' fault. Because it's like the iPad generation, right?
Yeah.
That was the result. It's like it's maybe not over gentle parenting, but it's probably lazy parenting and just like not even the Miss Rachel. Like, I'm not kidding. Games, like they're putting games, little video games in front of these little kids, and that's all they do all day. And then they have tantrums like quickly, like they don't.
That is going to be night and day
they
from
lose it.
Prior generations to this one. Like
it's going to be wicked.
When they're adults,
it's going to be wicked.
It'll be so obvious.
Yeah. No, but it's already
it's also
obvious.
Unpredictable. Like, where's this leading? Where's all this leading?
Where's all of this headed?
Day by day, though.
Things are coming to a head for sure in a lot of areas. Our own government, world, things, the royal family, Hollywood, the entertainment industry, the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Boeing thing. We should talk about that.
Dude,
so the Boeing planes are all falling apart, and then the guy that whistle blew about it was murdered.
Died.
He killed himself. Self-inflicted injuries.
How nuts is that?
Please.
Big corp. Yeah,
I've been seeing all these videos.
Whistleblowing that they didn't take like
proper
measures of rechecking.
Like Boeing, I heard, is no longer like an engineering company. It's now just about like quick buck.
That's so scary.
Terrifying when you literally are so
there's that Alaskan Airlines where that little door fucking...
I know.
Can you imagine being on that flight?
I know. They're suing. There are people in that row. A mom and son. They were going to fly out.
Like,
their bags like flew out. Can you imagine? Getting sucked?
I can't imagine how loud it was.
Oh, the ears. That could blow your eardrum, I feel.
Going 500 miles per hour and then...
Nasty.
The jet engines.
Yeah. Crazy. So you're not on TikTok at all? It's so crazy, Kaden. This is like the best time to be on TikTok. Like,
I miss it.
The Kate Middleton thing feels like Ocean Gate all over again. We have all as a society been like gripped by this story. And it's now the story on everybody's lips is where's Kate? And it's so funny because I feel like when I told you on the pod, like it wasn't as much of a thing. I was like, breaking news. And then it came out and it was like,
that's pretty cool though.
Old news. Yeah.
Well,
but that's why I'm like, we almost need to record it daily to do like a pop culture, like a daily catching up, Kaden.
You really don't think it's relevant in 4 days?
No, I don't. I'm not kidding. I think she'll either be found, dead or alive, or we'll never see her again.
That's what's wild, though, is especially like a weekend can.
I know. Well, that's the thing. Nothing. Okay, so people put out news that they want hidden or to fall out on a Friday because everyone's busy on the weekend. No one's online.
Oh,
news
so juice comes out on the weekend.
Juice comes out on Friday that people want covered up. So Monday, everyone's like blowing up with all this new stuff.
Should we change our release schedule or something?
No, we shouldn't change it. We should just maybe record same day. Oh, I'm just kidding. That'd be nasty. But I'm just saying, like, we've got to find a way. Or I just won't talk about things that are not as evergreen. We can record
Sundays and post on Sundays.
Oh my God, that'd be crazy. I like Tuesdays though too.
We can do audio on Tuesdays.
It's true.
Are you still down to do the selection process?
We should. When is that?
Sunday.
Yeah, you should come up. We should do a little of audio only.
Audio,
yeah.
It can just be like
we're gonna do our March Madness pick.
15, 20 minutes or
Feeling lucky.
See what. Yeah,
you never know.
I can release it. We can release it that day. Like
we should.
Yeah.
March Madness picks.
Yeah, it's wild. It's already starting next week.
Go Suns!
The round of 64.
Cool. Kaden, I feel like you need to re-download TikTok.
I feel like I do.
Poorly influence you, but I feel like I've been sending you things. I've been like,
I know.
I've been trying to keep Logan abreast.
Just gotta use that as a tool, right?
Well, that's the thing. That's where I get like, I do think it's a good thing, but if it went away tomorrow, part of me is like, maybe we'll all start live and laugh again. Maybe we'll all go out in the world, talk to each other. Maybe we'll say, hey.
I mean, if there was
nobody makes eye contact anymore. No one talks anymore. No one's social anymore. They're losing their ability to communicate. Like these younger generations.
It shows too. Like,
and I feel like an old fuck being like, these younger generations don't communicate.
It shows in the industry too. Like people just don't know how to
Yes, people don't know how to behave.
Yeah. Like they're so
public decorum, a lot of people, out the window.
Yeah.
Especially with this fucked up. Have you seen these NPCs out and about?
Yeah.
I've been seeing, okay, they got a tripod. They're like,
that's old
thanks
news.
for the hearts. Yeah. No, but it's so Black
Mirror. The guy
Mirror.
in New York?
Yes, there's 2 guys in New York that
so annoying.
I've seen people just capture them out in the wild. And it's like, that's where
I
get like,
it triggers me. Like it makes
it makes me upset.
Yeah.
Because that's where we have gotten so far from the point of what was good about TikTok, which was like the spread of information that was not censored by the media.
So much money because of that.
I know.
That's why they're doing it.
I know. And that's fine. Like everyone's making their money.
It hurts.
But I just wish that did not then become like people are looking at that like, oh, I could just do that when I grow up. Not bettering society one bit. So many people have the ability and have special skills and knowledge and whatever to better society.
Pointless and
waste of time. Lack of purpose. That's why Gen Z feels hopeless because they're like, these are the careers.
It's dehumanizing.
It's dehumanizing. It's like, why do we want to feel less and less and less connected and less human and like more and more AI and like more metaverse?
Make it stop.
I'm just not into it, but that's not for me to judge. All you can do is control your own choices and your own reality.
Love and respect.
And that's why I save TikTok for the late nights.
Yeah.
For the 1 a.m. doom scroll. No, I'm just kidding.
Wake up.
No, but I consider it like podcast research. I'm researching.
No,
I'm researching stories. Quite honestly, like half the things I say are TikToks.
Trim,
That's the thing. I literally like got a client from TikTok.
Yeah.
Like a week ago. Yeah. So
of course, there's good. There's always good and bad with everything.
Yeah. But things feel.
We can't be so polarized. We just have to think of the moderation of all.
Yeah. Totally. Do you have anything?
Equilibrium.
Any final thoughts? Anything on your heart? Anything on your mind? We can be friends, but at least I like pretend. Isn't that sad? She's like, I'll pretend that like her, like the song is like her versus the public opinion. And she's like, we can't be friends, but I'll pretend that we can. You stick to your papers and pens and I'll like blah, 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 blah. It's just so sad.
Well, yeah, the mental
struggles.
Load. Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry, Ari.
I can't even take TikTok because these people are dealing with like world hate.
No, I know. Right? Like one meme TikTok comment. I'm like, and she's literally fending off like everybody hating her guts for a story that released from a tabloid that like may or may not have even been true. So it's just like sad.
Do you know if Logan got off?
Oh, you know what? I do think he texted me. How long is this episode?
Would you have been okay? We're at an hour and 20.
Oh my God.
He got it?
Yeah. I said, are you getting cut? He said, maybe.
Oh, damn it.
Did you get a response?
Yeah.
This little bitch. He's going to have a 4-day weekend.
Vultures took the cuts.
Damn it.
What he said. Sorry, baby Caden.
But you know what? Now you can make that money. Right?
Yeah, I just don't. Again, with the social aspect of it, it's fucking annoying.
Well, is it like I'm not in the mood to even be on and now I have to be like on? Mm-hmm. Or is it just like other people that you
both
that make it fucked up?
There's just some days like I don't want to be on, but you have no choice.
Yeah.
And then you slowly like after 4 tables, you're like, okay, I'm just in it.
That's kind of how I felt this morning.
I'm in the zone.
But once we start talking, I'm like, we're literally just talking. Like I'm not on at all. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Some days I have too much energy, but today's
the idea or the perceived thought of doing it is harder than actually just doing it.
Yeah. There's like, what is that? Analysis paralysis too.
Exactly.
Like you totally get like frozen. Yeah. I get like that sometimes.
Or you're thinking about the situation or you have an expectation of the reality of it when it hasn't even happened yet, whatever that's called. But yeah, that's how I feel about tonight. But it'll be nice. It could be like 250 plus bucks.
Yeah.
It's just I'll be up late and I think I want to do the Scottsdale run tomorrow.
Oh, right. That's what makes it so tough with that job is just the schedule. And I literally, if Logan, you know, he has the possibility of being able to quit his job by the end of the year and work with me full time. And I just keep thinking like, wow, you're going to be a completely different person. Being able to go to bed at the hour you want, actually craft a morning routine for yourself, like just so tired every day.
Back to the unemployment days.
Oh my God, right? Those are good times.
They were so good.
They were so good.
It was fun.
2020, baby.
Like
nothing like being on unemployment in 2020.
I should have taken that. I think I would have made more on unemployment than the job I had.
Probably. But how long would that unemployment have lasted? I think it depends on how long you were working with that person because your employer pays for unemployment. You had to have been employed by somebody who paid for your unemployment. Like
I thought you can just file
benefits. Not if you didn't have a prior employer that like paid unemployment.
How did you get it?
I had my employers who I nannied for. It was all like legal. Like they paid everything. I paid tax. Like it was like W-2. I was on payroll.
Damn.
I was on nanny payroll. And so, yeah, that's literally how I got it. It wasn't just like, for anyone.
I really wish I got to work off. It's okay. We're okay.
It's okay. We're making money.
Everything's gonna be okay.
I can't believe I can't remember that last little thing I saw this morning when I woke up. I was like, oh, I gotta put this on the pod. But
like you said, it won't be relevant.
I was just gonna say, you know what? We'll have another update. So by the time this comes out, none of this will matter.
Update on the audio.
But maybe on the audio, I'll be like, oh my God, you guys see what's the latest with Kate?
Well, that's a problem. Is this will come out
Tuesday. Even after that.
When will the audio come out then?
Let's have it come out Monday morning.
No, the audio should come out Sunday because it's really
the day
urgent.
Of the pick.
Actually, it'll come out Monday because the first games start Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Logan's calling me.
We can wrap it.
Thank you all for listening. We love you so much. Please leave us a review, 5 stars only. Please subscribe on our YouTube. We're actually growing slowly but surely on YouTube. We love you too.
Surely.
If you are on the socials, give us a follow. Thanks. It's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay.
See you next Tuesday.
Bye.